Today I'm out and about with Phil, who runs a channel called My Week This Week, and he's not too far away from me, about 30 miles, and you know, we'd been emailing backwards and forwards for quite a while, and I thought, well, this is silly, why don't I just go and see him? So I'm come over here for the day and he's going to come over and see me sometime. So what we'll do, I'm going to give Phil the microphone and I'll video him. It'll be by hand, hopefully I can keep it steady, and we'll just have a walk around his workshop and he'll tell us a bit about it.
Right, well, we'll start in the dirty end, which, like most of my workshop, is full of junk. So I built this a couple of weeks ago, which took the place of a dirty old bench which was full of woodworm and rotten, and got all my grinders up at my working height, which is quite high, and I realised there's a problem with it. I've got them too close together, but it works well, right? So what I might do is take that one off and space those out. Underneath metal store, right, I needed to sort out all the metal I had, because if you can't find it, you can't use it. Right, in this corner I've got my ongoing project with the heating, which is of course not urgent till winter. Welding machine, that's one that I rebuilt some time ago. It's on the channel and that's going out shortly, I hope, to somebody who's bought it. My lovely blacksmith's forge, which I light about 4 times a year now, but you can get metal a lot hotter in a coal forge or a coke forge than you can in a gas forge, but I've got a gas forge as well. Right, walking on past some little antique projects. Brazing hearth, something that I used to use when I was at school and really loved, and this one came up at a price I could not refuse, and so there it is. Works really well. The TIG welder and the MIG welder, 2 things that I couldn't be without. The MIG welder I use every week without a doubt, and a little plasma cutter which I'm really pleased with. Works really well. And in that corner, hydraulic bender, right, which is again something that turned up really cheap, in pieces, not working properly, and I put it on built the stand, put it on the stand, got a load of foamers for it, and I only use it occasionally, but of course when you need it, there's nothing else to do the job. Right, on to the main workshop. Chop saw, guillotine, and some very nice bench centres that a friend of mine had rusty and chucked in the corner of a workshop and said, you can take them if you want. That's Jones and Shipman. There you are. Present ongoing project, Holbrook B9 lathe, one of only 4 or 5 known to exist. It's from the 1930s, probably 30 to 32, we're not sure. I've more or less rebuilt all of this. It's more or less finished. What I have to complete now is a stand up here with the counter shaft on it, just to mount the motor high, because when I got this lathe, the motor had been mounted low and had cut a piece out of the body there to get the belt in, which I didn't like. So the motor will be up here and you'll be able to change the belts easily. Very interesting old machine. Got some very nice innovations for its year. A retractable tool post for screw cutting, and also this rod here controls the gearbox and does an automatic cut-off. When the stop reaches the carriage there, it works through the gearbox, cuts out the feed to the gearbox so you can thread right up to a shoulder. I've got all the chucks for it, and it also takes 5C collets in the nose. So that's the Holbrook. Wandering on, in this end.
I don't know if people can hear my voice, I haven't got the microphone.
Right.
So
never mind.
We'll see, won't we?
Wandering on, we've got the machine shop area.
Yeah.
which is the Alba Shaper, which I use, like everything, occasionally, but mainly for cutting keyways, cutting internal keyways, and I must admit as well, I do use it for flat stock, for levelling and flattening flat stock, because there's nothing like a shapered surface rather than a milled surface. Drilling machine, which is a Grafton USA drilling machine, which I rebuilt. It's in one of my videos.
You might have got a comment on that one if you'd left it as milling machine.
Yeah. Which I rebuilt in one of my videos, and that caused me a lot of problems, because the motor is a very old motor with some odd angular contact bearings in it, which were the very devil to get working right again. This is a strange thing. This is a Master Lap. Very nice grinder. 2 tables, T-slots, variable angle on a nice little angle plate down here, and 2 cup wheels with lubrication. I've just got it running. I've just finished putting the starter on it, got it running, got the lube pump on it. I haven't done anything with it yet. I haven't used it yet. It vibrates. I need to balance the stones, which is why I haven't used it yet. Under here is hiding a Raglan milling machine, which is another ongoing project, which I actually bought broken. It had been in a store in a school, and the top bearing was damaged. I managed to get another bearing for it, and I've put the bearing in, and that's an ongoing project, but it's a back burner project because I've already got a milling machine. Right, we'll go on to the monster lathe next. This is a
lathe.
This is a Kovmak lathe. This is a Kovmak lathe.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, evidence.
It came from a motorcycle shop in Scarborough. It's in very good condition because it was reconditioned in the 50s after doing war work. It was built by P&C Garnett in Heckmanwijk for Coventry Machine Tools. And after the war, I assume it was used for war work, and after the war it was reconditioned. There would have been thousands and thousands of lathes that went to be reconditioned to be sold into industry, and this is one of them. And the bed's perfect. It's very accurate, surprisingly for a lathe of this type. It's very accurate indeed. I'm very pleased with it, and I can almost say that it is my favourite lathe to use. Right, so going on here we have the Harrison vertical mill, which didn't come with the vertical head. It was actually a horizontal when I bought it. I've got all the horizontal equipment for it, and also the vertical head, which I bought separately, and it's a real pleasure to use. It's a really nice machine, rigid, strong. It's got a wide variety of speeds, and it's got this tray on it which does stop the splashing, but it does mean that you have to lean back a bit because otherwise you're walking into it all the time. But it's a nice machine. Right, and last but not least, the Colchester Student, which was my second lathe. My first lathe was a Dean Smith & Grace 13Z, which was a bit bomb damaged and a bit knocked about, but I managed to make all sorts of things with it. This is a standard early Mark 1 Colchester Student round head with the sliding lever for the sliding and surfacing feeds. I've just finished last year stripping and rebuilding this, repainting it all, and there was various little faults on it that I sorted out. There was something wrong with the shifter here on the screw cutting gearbox, and when I stripped the gearbox down, I found a lot of missing parts, like a circlip and a spacer, in the bottom of the gearbox. Right, and took them all out and sorted it all out and rebuilt it, and then that worked perfectly. Then I noticed that somebody had made an aluminium drain plug for the headstock, and when I went into the bottom of the headstock, I found that and various other spare parts as well kicking about in the bottom, so put that back to rights. In here there is a shear pin for the drivetrain to the screw cutting gearbox. Somebody had tightened up the knurled ring with a pair of Stilsons because the shear pin was sheared and they couldn't understand why it wasn't driving. So I've repaired all that as well. It's just had a bit of abuse, but it's generally speaking a lovely machine. It's got the 2-speed motor. I've just finished putting I've just finished putting the original lamp back on it, which has made a hell of a difference, although I've got a fluorescent light above it as well.
We've got to talk about this.
Oh, the Manchester Rapidor. The Manchester Rapidor, which has a minor fault which we've been discussing, in that it doesn't lift on the backstroke. It's supposed to lift slightly on the backstroke and take the weight off the blade. But thanks to what Paul's told me, I think I can probably suss it out now. This again is an ex-school piece of kit, or training college. It's 3-phase, like all of my equipment, because I've got 3-phase here, so I may as well take advantage of it. And I need to put a starter on it so that the auto stop switch works and cuts it off when it's finished cutting. But I use this quite a lot. Whenever I'm fabricating anything, this gets loads and loads of use, and stops me having a heart attack when I'm sawing through pieces of huge steel.
Right.
And that's about it.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lovely, bright and airy workshop. You're very lucky.
It is. It's nice. I like it here. I prefer being here to being at home, really. My wife will tell you that.
We'll edit that out, don't we? Right, okay. Yeah, fantastic.
Right.
Thanks for showing us around. Maybe we'll just sit and have a chat for a bit, shall we?
Yeah, okay.
I've been here all morning and I've had a cup of tea and we're just having a chat. We've had a look round. I mean, I've had a private viewing of every machine. It's a fascinating place, and we were just chatting really, and we thought we'd just put a bit of that on camera. So Phil's got the microphone and I'm hoping my voice is picking up, and I was just going to ask Phil, what got you into YouTube?
What got me into YouTube was my 2 daughters, who were thick as thieves with mischievous antics and dressing up and ridiculous makeup and ridiculous clothes. And I said to them, you two ought to be on YouTube. You ought to make yourself a little YouTube video. And they said, oh no, we can't do that. It's too complicated. It's too expensive. We'd need cameras and things. And I said, no, it's not. It's really easy. I'll prove it to you because I'm going to make my own YouTube videos. And that's how I got into it.
But you set yourself up a quite a difficult task. It's a bit like me. I try and put out a video every week. I don't need to, I just do.
Yeah.
But you've called your channel My Week This Week, which kind of commits you, doesn't it, to a video every week. That's a lot of pressure.
It does, and to an extent, some videos are more interesting than others because whatever I'm doing that week gets filmed.
Right, okay. Well,
and so it can be all sorts of different things, like a short time ago, well, last year, and the year before, I was doing a lot of work in the field and up at my cousin's, and that got filmed. But people did seem to like that. People did seem to enjoy that. So my week this week is literally what I'm doing this week. Whatever I'm doing.
Yeah, well, that's quite good, isn't it? Because you don't have to think about what it is you want to video. Because I think it's not an accusation to anybody, but sometimes you can imagine people dreaming up topics to produce a video, whereas I'm the same. I don't dream up topics to make a video, but I do try and make it interesting. So yeah, that flows quite well.
I've got quite a few projects ongoing and to start, and I just start a video and start a project and see how it grows naturally, and then of course things happen, things change. I have to fit other things in.
Yeah.
The heating. I started on the heating because the old heater was in the way and didn't work properly. I tried to light it last winter and it didn't work properly, so I took it out, and then my brother came up with a Hunter stove and said, here, you can have this, and I just naturally fell into that as a project.
Yes. Yeah.
But it does grow organically.
There's always plenty to do, isn't there?
Oh, always plenty to do.
So you've got a bit under 1,000 subscribers, you were telling me?
Yeah, 918.
Approximately 918.
Approximately, exactly 918 today. Who knows tomorrow?
Well, I mean, I think the whole rhythm, the ebb and flow of subscribers joining and sometimes leaving. I put out a video on the NHS and I lost 2 subscribers because of that net. But you don't have to worry about these things because getting subscribers was never the objective in the first place.
No, of
Not
course,
for me, anyway,
of course it wasn't. But they do. The strange thing is that there's one subscriber will disappear, and then a day later they'll pop back again. And you can't. You think, well, where do you go?
Well, I do wonder. The thumbs up and the thumbs down. I do sometimes think. I get 1 thumbs down, and I think, why is that? And I've done it myself, where you press the wrong one sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely,
absolutely.
absolutely.
Or it could be a rubbish video, of course.
Yeah.
So
I think the vast majority of people, once they've subscribed, don't bother unsubscribing because it's no loss.
Well, you better not say that too loudly because you might get people unsubscribing now. Who said that.
Don't unsubscribe, folks. Please don't unsubscribe.
So where do you think it might lead to one day? I mean, you've been doing this. You were telling me you've been doing it about 5 years. So
yeah. I'm getting close to the magic 1,000. I'm still low on watch hours, so I'd need to get more watch hours. And there are various things you can do on YouTube to try and enhance your viewership, and I'm trying to do them. But basically, I am working here. The YouTube videos are secondary to the work I do. I don't do the work so that I can video it. I happen to video it as I go along. So I am trying to get better, folks.
I think people appreciate what's natural. So I think if it's forced, it doesn't come across so well.
What I mean by better is I'm trying to improve my camera work and trying to make the videos flow more coherently, so that people stay till the end.
Well, I look at some of my old videos and I think, oh my goodness me. So that's kind of.
I look at some of my old videos and think I was a lot better in those days.
I've never deleted a video. Strangely, I mean, I know people who've gone back and they've actually removed their old videos because they're too embarrassing. But I've never done that. Well, I think it's probably time for another cup of tea, isn't it?
Absolutely.
We'll have another cup of tea, and the sun's shining nicely outside, and we'll probably leave it there. I hope you enjoyed it. Phil might come over to mine.
I will.
But there's not so much to see. I mean, mostly, with mine, you've seen most of it on the channel, so there won't be any surprises unless you say, oh, it's not as big as I thought, or something like that.
Certainly.
So
I'd love to come over. Yeah.
Let's leave it there. And
okay.
I hope people enjoy this. I'll slip it in on one of my weekly videos. I'll let Phil see the first cut and make sure he's happy with it, and if he's okay with it, we'll put it out, won't we?
Yeah, we will.
Yeah. Okay. Well, cheers everybody. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Do you know, we did all of those clips on the first take. It's always more natural if you can do it on the first take. So he has 918 subscribers. So let's see if we can give Phil a few more. If we could get 100 extra, he'd be comfortably over 1,000. Let's see what we can do.